Don't go.
Welcome to the Vinny Rock Podcast.
I took the blows and did it my way.
It's time. The Vinny Rock Podcast. Good morning. What up? It's the Vinny Rock Podcast. This one's going to be a little ones-on-ones about me, myself, and I before I get to the podcast. Let's talk about some of the sponsors. You guys already know Core Medical Group. I want to get them out of the way. I want you to listen to my sponsors, but I want to get them out of the way for you too. But Core Medical Group, TRT, directly to your house, telemedicine. What more do you need to know? Go check your blood work. Trust me, if you're trying to get healthy, if you want to get your mind right, if you want to feel good about yourself, Core Medical Group. Trust me, they can help you. Beyond Clothing is an outdoor expeditionary, do I need to say it? Layered system, all the high quality outdoor gear you can ask for. Also, you can look cool as shit. I got some tiger stripe pants I'm going to be wearing sometime next week. I love them. Go check out Beyond Clothing. You guys already know promo codes, all Rocco. If it's not Rocco, just tell them Rocco sent you. It doesn't matter. You should be getting discounts on this shit. Willie Pete's Chocolate is a veteran-owned chocolate company that also adds a little spice to their chocolate bars. You can see the different levels. And depending on what you can handle, that's what you should order. My kids also love the s'mores one. I enjoy it too. Oh, I got heartburn today. What the fudge? GMR Gold, also bullion box. GMR Gold is a precious metal company that can send you coins and metals and silvers and gold. It's fucking awesome. I really love what they do, but the bullion box is where it's at, right? The bullion box, baby. You can get yourself some gold and silver sent monthly in a subscription base. Go check it out on my Instagram. I have a spot in there where we can tell you with some discounts. Let me just read them to you right here real quick. It's really easy. If you get the intermediate, that's $5 off. You can use the promo code 5OFFRC. That's all caps. If you get the seasoned, you can get the $10 off. It's 10 off, all caps, RC. And distinguished is $20 off. And the code is 20 off RC. Those are all caps. Go check them out. You guys go check out that bullion box. Perseverance Survival, the outdoor, what the fuck? It's the home of the original Whoopee hoodie and Ranger panties. Got them as well. I'm wearing them today. They're looking good, feeling fresh. You can't work out on those these days. People just look at you funny, especially if they're camouflage. It kind of looks like, what? Either way, I do love their stuff. So you guys go check out Perseverance Survival. You got Modern Gun School is a distance learning armor school. People love it. Guys been hitting me up. They're using it. What else can you do during COVID? Might as well get a skill. Have the military pay for your skills. Use that vocational rehab. I'm using it right now going to school. I'm not going to Modern Gun School. I'm going to a different college, but I love it. It's great. And don't forget BETERAN.com. BETERAN.com. I'm trying to go find some Xboxes so I can give away the next month. Pretty excited about it all. Either way. Let's get to the podcast. Yay. So better.com. Right now, here we're at. We are waiting, and I'm not sure when this podcast will go out, but by the time this podcast goes out, we better already have fucking contacted the winners. It's funny how people think it's fake, and I get it because we're in this really weird world of a lot of fucking fraud. And I get it because there was a page that was adding people, and fucking they were collecting information, those motherfuckers. And we put a stop to that in 24 hours because Facebook moves so fucking slow when it comes to doing that kind of stuff, but not when it comes to political bullshit. Huh? Jesus. Either way. So once we get our information from the lawyers, well, let me explain how giveaways work first of all. Now, every giveaway is supposed to use a sweepstakes lawyer. So if you guys are ever trying to get into the giveaway space, one, very challenging place to be. We didn't make the money that we wanted to, so we are going to try and figure it out and do it again. It doesn't make me stop. I'm going to keep going. I got a mission here, motherfuckers. We're going to move forward. But just to understand how sweepstakes works, you have to find a sweepstakes lawyer, all right? A law firm that focuses on sweepstakes and understands all the rules and regulations. You got to pay to do it, and you pay a percentage of what the total package prize is going to be. So the total prize was somewhere around, I don't know, $50K, $60K, depending on what you value those bikes at. And so we had to pay a percentage of what that is as well, because, well, shit, I don't know why. And then we had to do all 50 states. And so we had to pay an extra little fee because of adding, I think it's New York and Florida or something like that, or adding Florida and one other state. And so in doing all that, you pay them. And then what happens now, they write up the rules, legally write up the rules of what is legal for a sweepstakes. And once they write up those rules, we review them, all that. We add whatever we want to it, as in, say, midway through, all the rules. So, like, you can't change the rules once it's started. So you add a thing there, here, and there, whatever the case. Learning from that, there's going to be more rules in the next one, so we can do more fun things like, this shirt is worth this much, or whatever the case, right? So just learning. And so once those sweepstakes rules are done, you have to by law put them on your website. And as well as there is no proof of purchase, right? People are like, oh, it says there's no proof of purchase. Correct. To enter to win, you can buy a shirt or no proof of purchase, right? Proof of purchase means you can send a little fucking postcard. But if you want to do that, that's kind of shitty, because what we're trying to do here is fucking raise money for a veteran transition center. So if you just want to send a postcard and try and win, it's a little fucked up. But if you don't have the money and you want to win, fuck it. I guess that's what you do. And I'm okay with that too. That's why it's there. So now we're getting the database for how many entries each person got because of how much money they spent. And once that database is done, we send it to the lawyers. And the lawyers, once they get that and they get all the names accounted for on the entries. So the average entry is probably one shirt. I think that's what the most people bought. One shirt is about $30-something total. So I think it's about $5 entries per shirt. It's somewhere around that. And so each postcard is worth that. That's part of the laws, right? Rules and regulations. This is full transparency. There's nothing to fucking hide here, right? And so we bought the bikes. We paid for the lawyer, and we had the $20,000 cash. And then boom, we start the giveaway. 3 months. We chose 3 months. Why? I don't know. We're just doing our studies and trying to figure out what's going to make more sense. I'm not sure if we're going to do a 3-month one ever again. We might just do 2 months. We might only do 1 month. I don't know. We're still trying to put the numbers together and see what made sense and what worked on the business side of things. Okay. And so he's going to pick the name. He's going to contact them. He's going to have them sign all the lawyer stuff. And then once they approve and they agree to, we can release their name online. Because what happens is some of these people probably don't want their name read, so then we can't. So just being completely legal on this whole thing, that's how it all works. So looking behind the curtains of a sweepstakes, this is all the stuff it takes for it to be legit. So when people say it's a fraud, these are all these old people that don't even understand social media. And so they're just like, this is fake or it's a fraud. They really don't get it. And that's fine. You don't have to get it. It's not a fraud. It's fucking real. We didn't make money. It's like people wanted to fucking think we did. But okay. And so that's BETERAN as a business. As a business, we're thinking of new items we want to host on the thing. We probably we have some coffee concepts we're messing with right now. We have some beer products we're messing with right now. We're working with Trinidad Jeans and hosting some jeans on there as well. And then we're going to be working on a very BETERAN branded as well stuff through Trinidad as well. So, we're working on trying to grow the business motto of it. So then it's a profitable business, which means we have the money to give to charities that are going to be funding the transition centers. Now, charities like we have a charity, right? Hero Sports is a charity, and I also work close hand with Forge Forward project. And so we're going to think of how that makes sense and how to make it work. So then the business itself can give the money so we can build these transition centers. Right now, we're working with a clinic in Salt Lake who's providing free services to the veterans that showed up during that one meeting. And still trying to figure out answers, right? We want to find answers. Here's the deal. Why BETERAN? People keep asking me this shit. And some of you guys who listen to my podcast already know. Push-ups don't help, right? People want to talk about veterans and say they feel bad for veterans, because they do. Everyone has a bleeding heart for the subject, right? Got it. You hear me say that same exact line all the time. People care, but people don't care enough to actually do things that work, right? Do things that actually change. They just want to virtual signal that they give a fuck by doing some push-ups. And there's veterans that jump on board with that, and it's cool. I get it, because everyone wants to help. But when we break it down, we strip down the layers of how do you actually fucking help people. First, we have to identify what the actual problem is for that individual. Everybody has a compartmentalized situation. Whether it's finance, whether it's post-traumatic stress, whether it's fitness, whether it's fucking depression, whether it's blood work, whether it's a TBI, whatever the fuck it is, we have to identify what it is in that person and then find answers for that person. So what the VA does is they kind of pile up everybody into one fucking answer. They say, here's the fucking Iraq and Afghanistan cocktail. You have post-traumatic stress. Here you go. You take an antidepressant. You take something to help you go to sleep. You take something to fucking keep you awake. You take something that's going to be good for your heartburn, Vince Vargas, right? You take something that's also going to freaking help with your mood, right? Oh, don't forget, all these pills are not good for your penis. You're not going to be able to get hard. So fuck your relationship. That doesn't matter really, because we want to fix your head. Right? That's in there. This is what they're doing. And so think about this. If you're taking meds that's going to help you with your emotions and your mood, help you with your sleep, but it also doesn't help with your fucking penis, well, fuck your relationship, right? Fuck your sex life. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about pleasing your wife, right? These are the kind of the weird things that I don't get. Either way, that's the VA system. And why is that? It's a bigger problem. It's not like, I think the doctors, they care. It's just a system that needs to be figured out. And I'm not going to sit here and wait till the big machine of the VA gets figured out. I'm going to try and help from the inside out. All right. And so we found this smaller clinic in Salt Lake City that's going to be giving answers, that's going to be using alternative medicines to help with these things. We're going to do brain mapping. All right. We're going to identify where in the brain needs help. Can we fix that? Can we reconnect the dots that need to be fixed in the brain? Do we have to use EMDR to fix your trauma, right? There's different levels and different kinds of different post-traumatic stress counseling techniques. All right, what if all you need is community again, right? To stop feeling depressed. What if all you need is to check your blood work and add testosterone to it? Okay, what if all you need is you have back pain, but you know what? Your back pain is because you got fucking bad flexibility. So let's get you into some yoga classes. Let's get you burning some calories. Let's get you losing some weight, and let's fix that back. There's a lot of different things, right? There is no blanket answer to fixing veterans and suicide. Okay, and also, I don't know if I mentioned this before. If you guys go and look at the review, I'll actually, on this podcast, when I post it, I will add the link to the 2019 studies of suicide. And the number is not 22. There's also an article that talks about it was just used. The number 22 was a nice number to use for the marketing strategy of trying to get people to feel bad. And they should. Not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying the community, for some reason, jumped on board with this 22 to use it as a marketing platform to get people to feel bad. And this is the biggest reason why I resent that number. Okay, right now the number is 17. Right now, for civilians, it's also 17. Remember I told you we don't have a monopoly on suicide? Because we don't. We're human. Society. We have an epidemic of our own. It's called suicide across the board, from fucking California to fucking New York. There is an issue here that we need to address in all humanity. Okay, what is it? What's going on? Why are we so much more disconnected? Is it social media? I think so. Is it our phones? I think so. Right? Is it the loss in connection with family, with life, with communication? I think there's a big disconnect for some reason, and I think that's why we're having problems. And I'm just saying, I don't know. There's a lot of things. Everybody's different. Okay? Everybody's different. Is drinking an issue? Yeah, that's another big one for our veterans. If you want to identify some of the veteran studies, drinking, yep, and veterans with post-traumatic stress, that's called a suicide ideation cocktail. Okay, that is like the perfect remedy for a fucking very, very bad situation. Even I know this, and that's why I've been sober for almost 2 years now, because Look, I trust I have my mind on right. I have my head on right and everything feels good, right? But if I start drinking and one thing happens, let's just say my wife decides she wants to divorce me. Let's just say that, okay? And I'm drinking, trust me, drinking and that right there is going to put me in a distressed moment. And I'm not sure what's going to happen in that moment, okay? I'm not saying I don't have control. I'm saying that is a stressful moment for any fucking body. And then to add alcohol on top of that, to lose all inhibitions and just to be able to just do whatever. Because what happens when you drink, right? Your mind just kind of says, fuck it, right? Think about that. So Better in business is just the business, right? I like to say better in business. Beteran.com is the body. The heart and soul of Beteran is helping motherfuckers, right? Men and women is helping them with themselves and with their own situation. So we have several programs we're going to be launching here soon. One's called the Phoenix Program. All right. Phoenix Program is like a 100-day challenge of 10 different tasks that I want veterans to do to help themselves and help their community, right? To provide value to the community and themselves, to identify these areas that we all just need to be better at, right? And if we focus on getting better one day at a time, by the end of the year, 365 days, you are a better you, right? Because that's what we say, better me, better community. I can't help the masses until I help myself first. Straight up. You got to help you first. Remember in the medical world, in the military, they teach you self-aid, buddy aid? Yeah, there's a reason for that. You got to help you first. So we're going to be launching this program called Phoenix Program, right? So we got Sean Ambrose, Chief Pink Miss on Instagram. Wrote the book, Ghosts and Ramadi. The Ghost and Ramadi, it's got to be, right? Man, so many different things this guy does. But Sean is going to be running that program for us. Excuse me. You know, it's funny. I just confused two different books of buddies of mine. Fucking Sean wrote Ghosts of the Valley. And the Ramadi one is actually about a Marine. Excuse me. But yeah, so Sean's going to be running the Phoenix Program, helping us get that off the ground. And it's really just a challenge. Sean Ambrose is an active duty fucking soldier doing his thing, just wants to provide to the community. So he's going to be taking over that side of Beteran. I started a program called 25 for 30. 25 for 30 is texting 25 veterans for 30 fucking days, morning and nights. I've done it every day for the past 22 fucking days. Because today's the 22nd, just so we're all clear here, not for any other fucking reason. And so I'm going to continue this for 30 days. I'm going to print out that whole discussion for the morning and night, and I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to make sure that I can get this to other veterans to bring in their own 25 veterans to text them for 30 fucking days and mentor them through the program that I created through my own life of mistakes and thoughts and ideas and things that I've done. And as this evolves, it'll evolve into a better, more fleshed out program. But for now, the feedback that I get from the veterans that I'm texting every day, morning and night, is incredible. We go over subjects that are just so fucking basic, but you forget we're all human, right? And we all go through the same things. We're all relatable. We all just want to find inner peace and to be fucking happy. And so this is what Beteran is. Beteran business is a body. Right. Support it. Yeah. Buy a shirt. Buy whatever the fuck we're selling whenever you have the money to. Right. Because all of it's going towards a good cause. I make nothing from this. Businesses should not be making money for several years while you're growing it and turning it into a successful platform. This is the growing phases of business. We need it to be successful so we can start building one transition center to another. All right, the business model will be getting figured out. I have a partner, Cameron Tor. He owns Tor Knives. He's helped me figure this out. I got several other buddies, Mark Hammond, other guys who are helping me figure it out on the back end. So they're running the body. They're making sure the body is ready. I'm working on the soul and the heart of the company. Right? The soul and the heart of the company is no shit day to day. How can I help veterans? How can I connect the dots? We have to have a tangible action for people to do, to give them purpose until they can find their own purpose. We have to ask people to do more and be better. We got to give these challenges. We got to give these actions that I need you to do today. I want you to read this. I want you to think about this. I want you to do this today. And if we can give those missions, these small little missions, in the end of the year, you will be a fucking better you. And once you're better and you're ready to mentor other veterans, boom. Good night, baby. This shit fucking exponential growth. This has nothing to do with making money. This has everything to do with helping the community. Okay? Understand that. These giveaways is just a way to fucking make the body successful so we can fucking really dig deep into the heart and soul of answers for my veterans left and right. Okay, and so that's really what we're doing here. Okay, so people are trying to understand better, and look at veteran is because I just want you to be fucking better, right? And it starts really with us. And understand this: it starts with veterans. Why? Because we should be tomorrow's leader. We should be the leaders of the future. Our kids are tomorrow's leaders, straight up, right? Us as veterans who have led men and women, some in combat, some not, didn't matter. We have a lot of experience with being in a leadership position and leading others, that we should be doing this in the civilian culture and helping. How could I provide value to my civilian counterparts? Is providing leadership experience. It's plain and simple. Better leaders. Do leaders, and when I say that, in the military, is there a participation award for sucking at your job? No. You get reprimanded, you learn, you have to get better, and then you become a better soldier or a better Marine or a better airman, whatever the case, right? You got to train to be successful. You got to train to win. And there's people that fail in those training, and you just recorrect them and they go and do it again. Take that into the civilian world. Take that same mindset. People will fail, and that's okay as long as they learn from that failure and improve. How do you teach a group of individuals? Well, you have to learn how every one of these people tick. I have to understand their personalities and what motivates them, and understand what kind of leadership technique I need to use to get them to be the best version of them. Self-accountability. A good leader has self-accountability. A good leader can accept the fact when they're wrong, right? But as well as the fact that you can instill that in your own subordinates so they can accept when they're wrong. And they can understand, okay, failure is one thing. Failing is another. I can fail. As long as I learn from that failure, as long as I learn from that fail, that's a learning experience, and that's good. Grow. You can grow from that. But if you actually accept failure, that means you just quit, right? It's just fucking, nope, no more. So I just want you guys to learn from your own mistakes. I want you to have self-accountability. I want you to be motivated in trying to help the civilian communities be better at their own leadership styles and techniques. I want the community as a whole to be looked at by society as a positive and not a negative. Society looks at veterans and says, "Oh yeah, post-traumatic stress and suicide," right? Why? Because we've jumped on the bandwagon of promoting 22, like if that's our fucking calling card. You know what I mean? That is not our calling card. That is not my fucking calling card, right? My calling card is fucking. Go look at that. What people fucking think of my calling card. It's what I've done. I've proven day in, day out. I work my fucking ass off. I'm a positive person. I try and promote positivity. I try and promote fucking self-accountability. I fucking fall short on things all the time. My own fitness is always in fucking struggle. And I'm okay with that. I fucking can accept that and say that's where I need work. But this is where I think veterans can be such a powerful tool in civilian society, and accept the fact that they're now civilians, and let's work together in making a better country, a better environment, a better community. This is where veterans can be better. This is where veterans, the average person could look up and say, man, veterans are a fucking asset, man. They're a fucking asset and not a liability. Because right now I think that a lot of civilians believe veterans to be a liability. And that's our fault. For raising a drinking community, for raising, this egotistical mindset that we're better. We're not better. We just have a different experience, different life experiences. That is all we have. And we can use those life experiences to be very, very successful, or we can just forget that we even we had those life experiences and just fucking be entitled to more for some reason, be entitled to live off of our fucking our legacy of 4 years in the military and say, yeah, that was enough, man. We can be the Al Bundys of our fucking community like we already are. talking about those 4 touchdowns in one fucking game and hoping that fucking pays the bills for the next 20 years. Or you can fucking get over yourself and find success now. Find a way to make your community better. Find a way to help the people around you succeed and be successful. Use the skill sets you learned in those 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, and find a way to fucking provide value in your community around you. Figure it the fuck out. Yeah, I'm out.
I took the blow.